documents I asked for?
Oh, yes. Those are right over... Wait.
Oh, this one, geez. Clean up your desk.
My name is Riku Akizuki. I'm a businessman at a small company. I switched jobs and entered this company, but... this company's all women! Women! It was a company with an extremely heavy female population. So, with my weak looks, I was often used. Oof, I was scolded again. I still haven't gotten the hang of my job, and I keep having a lot of responsibilities. Without time for looking back, the company's morning meeting starts.
Good morning.
The woman who stands in front of everyone and starts this morning meeting is an elegant, cool beauty. Her name is Kaede Shinomiya. She was a CEO at 35, a working woman. She was admired by everyone, and she doesn't smile much, so she had an unapproachable aura. I was also one of many who weren't comfortable around her.
What are you doing standing there? Get to work.
Sorry, I was organizing the documents I got from everyone when I heard a voice behind me.
Akizuki again.
The one that was sighing as she spoke was my direct superior, Honoka Kihira, 32 years old and a manager.
What is this desk? It's too messy. Are you really working?
Sorry, I'll clean it right away. I was an underling, so a lot of my work was random stuff. The documents I received from everyone was on my desk. My desk did look like it was disorganized. I was blundering around when the manager ran out of patience and asked me to do something.
Just go make copies or something.
Yes, ma'am. I was about to leave my spot, and I heard whispering around me, and my shoulders slumped internally. Another day, the office was overflowing with women as always. Among them, there was another man, but there was an air of handsomeness about him.
Jun-kun, wanna go out for drinks tonight?
Drinks? Shall we? There was a burst of excitement at Jun's happy response. The obvious extrovert was Jun Ono, 28. He came in a little after me, but he was so popular. He was easy on the eyes, I guess. Anyhow, he was popular with the women in the office. I mean, the only men in the office are him and me, so I guess.
Jun-kun is the handsome and he has good vibes and he's the best. In contrast, this plain nerd has nothing to offer. It's sad.
The way people look at me hurts me. All I can do is keep working. I focused on the computer in front of me to not think about it. Suddenly, I blacked out and my vision was cut off.
Are you listening? Can't you be a bit more like Jun-kun and be welcoming? You're so useless.
Sorry. Honoka-san, you shouldn't bother. Riku is a stickler. That's his thing.
Whatever. I don't think he's ever even had a girlfriend.
He's surrounded by such cute people. It's a shame. Leave me alone. I couldn't keep up with the people around me, and I was struggling when I heard a familiar voice at the door.
You all, working hours are not over yet.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It was pure authority. The CEO's attitude got everyone in line. I was slightly relieved and calmed myself down.
Manager, I want to discuss the next project.
The CEO walked over to the manager in her high heels. Naturally, the distance between us was closer. My back straightened naturally with her elegant, authoritative aura. Then, I felt eyes on me and raised my head to find my eyes meeting the CEO's. The CEO looked at me for a few seconds and went back to her office as if nothing happened.
Akizuki, fix this quickly. You need it in the afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, also a guest is coming, so can you get things ready?
A few days after the incident, it was close to the deadline and the office was buzzing. I did my own work and checked off the tasks that were given to me one by one. The computers had a task folder for each person. These folders were separated by format and fonts based on people's taste. Everyone had their own taste, so it was a result of me absorbing it all. It was all just my own discretion, so I didn't know if it was good or bad, but...
Akizuki, are you doing your own work? The deadline's today.
Oh, yes, here it is. I opened my computer and showed the manager.
You're doing even these small things?
Oh, I was matching everyone's taste, so it became more detailed.
That's inefficient. Huh? You put in the schedule and did that much?
If I don't have a general grasp, I can't delegate.
If you have time to do that, you should build up your own skills.
The manager had her own way and showed displeasure at my methods. I guess I'm using more time on supporting everyone rather than on my own work. My inability to say no is causing trouble.
You're a sidekick. Be manly like the man I look up to, Ryuji.
Oh, Ryuji-san. There was an article on the current popular Ryuji on my desk. The manager was a big fan of Ryuji, and she always went to the fan meetings.
Compared to you, it's like the moon and an ugly turtle.
The manager hugged a fashion magazine with heart eyes. I laughed uncomfortably.
Why are you judging?
Phew, let's organize. The sun went down and there were no people in the office. I was alone. The computer screen flashed. I hit the keys on my keyboard.
What are you doing?
Ah! A voice in a supposedly empty office. It was the CEO. Ma'am, I thought he went home.
I was working. What's this file?
Oh, I made everyone's schedule. I can't delegate if I don't know, so... The CEO stared at the screen. Whoa, her face is so close! The CEO didn't realize and took the mouse from me with serious eyes. Her eyelashes are long. Her skin's light. I was gazing at her when the CEO looked my way.
Huh?
My heart skipped at her cute reaction that was different from the usual coolness. Sorry.
No, me too. Go home.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that. I'll do that right now. We felt awkward, and we left the office quickly. The CEO yesterday, she was different than usual. I was in the meeting room remembering yesterday's events and getting ready for the next meeting. The CEO's red face, that was my first time seeing her like that. She's always tough and I've never seen her get shaken. Suddenly, the door opened and people came in. For some reason, I hid. Why am I hiding? I didn't do anything weird.
Wait, I thought I dropped it over here.
A woman looks around under the desks. I knew from her voice. It was the CEO. She came closer and closer. She was approaching the desk I was hiding under. Then, I noticed that there was a bear pen near my feet. Is this what she's looking for?
Ah, found it.
We both stretched out her hands and our hands touched. Oh! We looked at each other like we did yesterday.
What are you doing here?
I wasn't blowing off work. I was getting ready for the meeting. I was surprised when people came in and hid. My heart was thumping from shock, and I started to make excuses quickly. The CEO looked at me with suspicion. She breathed out.
You're always supporting those around you.
She fixed her long hair and whispered as if to herself. Sorry, that I didn't do my work well.
I didn't say that was a bad thing.
Huh? I froze at the unexpected words.
Let's see. If you wait a little longer, I'll set up a more workable environment for you.
She softly took the bear pen from me and put on a soft smile.
Ma'am, what should we do? We're double booked!
A few days after that, the panicked voice of our manager echoed throughout the office.
The 2 meetings in the afternoon are on top of each other, the CEO said calmly. Oh, this has been adjusted beforehand. Someone informed me. Someone?
The manager mumbled, but the CEO paid no mind and started preparing the next meeting.
Can I have the thing we prepared?
Oh, yes, here it is.
Thank you.
In passing, The CEO took the documents from me. Then, she left. I was getting asked to do more and more by the CEO.
Hey, did you see the bulletin?
One morning, when I got off the elevator at work, there was a slightly breathless voice. I figured it had nothing to do with me, so I was about to pass by when I was stopped.
Akizuki, your letter of appointment is posted.
Huh?
What is this?
There it was, Secretary to the President, Riku Akizuki. I haven't heard anything.
Why are you the president's secretary?
When I entered the office, the gossip was all about today's letter of appointment. I felt in my skin that I was getting attention. I wanted to sit at my desk, but it was difficult to do so. There was a voice calling me from the president's office.
Akizuki-kun, come here.
I wanted to leave where I was, so I quickly ran away into the president's office. I asked the president, what is this about?
Well, it's just like it says. I told you I'd create a workable environment for you. I think that this is the position that best fits for you. I've always thought this. You're better fit for a support role than a leading role. Since you've entered this company, everyone's efficiency has gone up significantly. It's because you've stopped doing useless things. Everyone has things they're good at. You know that best.
From that day, I became the CEO in everyone else's support and pipeline. I was asked to make sure communication ran smoothly. Of course, I adjusted relationships with clients too. The other employees were confused at first, but slowly, they accepted it. I also struggled with how to accept this role. But what I was doing was like an extension of what I had been doing, so I thought there wasn't so much of an issue, with some exceptions. A few months passed, and communication with the CEO was getting better when it happened. What? The talent is there, but the studio isn't ready? Bringing in the goods is scheduled for a different day? Today was the day of an interview for a magazine article. But it was different than always, and things were strange. I was checking in with each position, and it seems that the dates were mixed up. The announcement was made for this day, but I'll make sure with the manager. I hurriedly checked in with Manager Kihira and looked at the schedule.
We specified the date a week from today and informed them.
We did our job over here. Wasn't it the president's secretary's mistake?
Just because you're a little bit above us, you have to do your job.
The manager and June insisted that they had no responsibility. They told me to take care of the rest. I saw their attitude and I pushed down what was coming up inside of me and calmed myself down. When I checked my computer, there was history showing what they had told me. I'm sorry, it was my mistake. I'll check with the studio and make adjustments. I'm sure I double-checked with the manager a few days ago. I'm sure she said there was no problem.
There's nothing we can do about a problem that's occurred. Let's just do what we can.
Yes, ma'am. That day was a special article for a famous celebrity. I squeezed my phone and called.
It looks like the photo shoot is going well.
Yes, I always have a backup plan prepared.
Yes, I'm glad I made you my secretary.
Ma'am. In front of us, the star of today's photo shoot, Ryuji, was posing in front of the camera. This time, we changed the locations and resolved the issue. Due to the CEO's reputation and suggestions, it looked like we could move forward as planned. Thank you for accepting our last-minute location change.
It's nothing. He says you can't go wrong with what Riku says, so it's okay. He's okay too.
I was deeply grateful for Ryuji's manager's words. I'm sorry. Thank you. Break time! They were able to change the locations, huh? I'm glad.
I didn't know what would happen. Nice job, secretary.
Manager. June. The manager's members were in the studio to help.
Beauty in the flesh. You're so handsome.
Hanoka, you're too excited! I think the manager said she was a fan of Ryuji. When the interview was decided, she couldn't hide her excitement. We told them that we'll definitely like to take on this project, but I'm sorry we caused trouble. But I'm sure I checked multiple times. I wonder why this happened this time. I was thinking back by myself in the corner when I felt a shock run up my spine. Ooh! Riku! Long time no see! Ryuji-san, you're an adult now, so do something about greeting people like that. Shut up! I'm seeing my old buddy after a long time! I was fixing my suit, and the manager and June had shocked faces and open mouths. Oh. Oh, are they from your company? Take care of Riku-chan! Then, the CEO came by.
Ryuji-san, thank you for accepting the sudden changes today. I heard you okayed the interview with open arms.
Of course! I can't refuse an offer from him. He's my former manager. What? Ryuji put his hand on my shoulder and patted it. He's younger than me, but he's really skilled. He looked after me when I wasn't doing well for a long time, and I thought I could finally pay him back. But he got sick from the hard schedule. Well, I'm super healthy as you can see though. Ryuji revealed his relationship with me with some jokes here and there. Stop with the stories from the past. Also, it wasn't my doing that you got more work. It was your charm.
You guys are close.
The CEO laughed with such a soft smile that time stopped for me. Ryuji-san, over here please! Oh, let's keep working well together then. He bowed his head, and the three of us were left. After a moment of silence, I was bombarded with questions.
Wait, what is this?
Riku-san, why did you keep it a secret?
You knew I was a fan!
Oh, stop it, my neck will break!
Manager, leave it at that. But ma'am! We will resume the photo shoot soon. Calm down. Okay. Also, I have to talk to you too. Talk?
I fixed my suit again. The CEO looked at the manager and June.
About the problem this time, you said that Riku failed to confirm the date change. Yes? Riku double-checked with you a few days ago. Why didn't you point it out at the time? I didn't think the dates would be wrong. I see. This is the computer our company manages. There are 2 pieces of data in the mail history. There is one that has today's date, and a week later, the one that was changed. Why do we have these here? Huh? Wait, why didn't you take care of it?
Honoka!
Manager Kihira, your recent attitude is not pretty. When you started out, I felt your honesty and passion. It's a shame. Not only did you turn your back on your subordinates' talents, you purposely failed them. You failed as a supervisor. Please reflect on what you've done. I'm sorry.
The manager clenched her fists and looked down.
Ono-kun, you too. Don't participate in something useless and use that time for your own work. You're slipping.
I'm sorry.
That's enough. Go back to work.
The 2 of them lowered their heads and left quickly. I lowered my head reflexively. After the CEO saw them off, she faced me.
Since you came in for the interview, I knew about your history from your resume. Recently, you've been fulfilling your potential and you've been shining. I saw you like that and felt like I wanted to work harder. I'm glad I made you my secretary. What am I saying? Huh? Your face is red.
The unexpected words made me happy. The CEO laughed mischievously and poked me with her elbow.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Me too. A few months passed, and we were having our usual morning meeting in the Woman Field office.
The response to the last article is on the rise. There's a lot of buzz and we might have a series. Of course, this is thanks to everyone who took on the project, but don't forget there are people running around behind the scenes. I think you all know, so I won't say who.
With the CEO's words, everyone looked toward me.
He always helps us out right when we need it. He seems useless, but he always gives good advice. But he doesn't go out of his way to stand out. He gives us the credit. It's easy to work when you know you're being supported. So, let's all give a round of applause of appreciation for someone.
The morning meeting finished, and I headed to a meeting for the next job. Chihiro-san.
What? I told you many times that I'm not a manager anymore. We're gonna work hard. What's the next order, Mr. Secretary Akizuki-kun? Hey, you too, Jun-kun. Work harder. Talking with girls is not your only job.
Hanoka-san, you've been tough on me. Chihiro-san takes her subordinates and heads to work. She looks back at me.
I'm sorry I called you useless. I feel like I finally know what's important. Maybe it's too late to apologize, but I'll pay you back with my work.
Chihiro-san was strong as she took Jun-kun away. I think she'll continue to support this company.
Oh, she's finally become honest.
Ma'am.
I'm glad people have come to see your charm.
Charm, huh?
Everyone's different and everyone is special. It's true. Let's continue to make a company. Let's work hard.
Let's do it! The CEO pushed my back with a kind smile. I would continue to work hard to answer.
Bad, Yuta. I'm scolding you for your own good.
That's actually cute, Sensei. Sato Takagi was my home tutor that I admired. Back then, she was a college student working part-time. She was kind and had a beautiful smile. When I made it into my desired college, she was happy as much as I was. However, sometimes she looked kind of sad. This world works out in a weird way, as we would cross paths once again years later. Mizuhashi, would you rather marry me or a beautiful woman on Omiyai? Distance, please. What's this about? One of my clients as a young CEO, Mr. Takaoka, came at me with this question. Besides, I've never even thought about getting married. Sir, would you mind backing up? Because you're playing hard to get. Don't say that with your voice. Out of curiosity, what if I do choose you? Then I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital. Sadly. You're the one who asked! I know we go back a long way, but this guy needs to start making sense. Eventually, I was talked into participating in an omiyai he'd set up. About time I introduced myself. I'm Yuta Mizuhashi. I run my company, which was my dad's before he passed away a few years ago. I found myself with a lot of money, including the inheritance after his death. As for my mom, I heard she divorced and disappeared right after giving birth to me. Not that I care where she is now. With my grandparents gone as well, all that's left to me is the money and the company. Mr. Takaoka was my dad's best friend, by the way. An omiyai, huh? It still feels surreal to be here.
Your guest is already here.
I arrived a bit early, but looks like my potential wife-to-be is a step ahead. Come to think of it, I never got the picture of her that he promised to send me. Too late for that, I guess. I'm gonna have to find out myself. As I'm led into a room in the back, I see a woman sitting silently. She's so beautiful. She's good looking, in a nice shape. She's like a beautiful flower. She is my omiyai candidate? It's possible that me and this gorgeous lady would go out? Naturally, I'm tensed up. Then she directs her attention toward me.
It's been a while, Yuta Mizuhashi.
What?
Did you forget about your tutor?
Tutor? Oh! She's Chisato Takagi, the home tutor my dad hired for me when I was a senior in high school. She was a kind person, to say the least. It was even hard for her to be mad at someone. Like that time when I pulled a prank on her with a bug toy.
Hey, you need to behave. You're not a little kid anymore.
As if she was trying to be intimidating. She's kinda cute when she's angry. Just like that, she was a sweet and lovable person. Are you really Chisato?
We're both all grown up now, huh?
Despite the years, she still had the same smile. Yeah, I guess you look more mature.
Because I am. Well, I could say the same to you. You're a big man now. I heard you took over your father's business. You're the CEO.
Oh yeah, not an easy job to be honest. I just feel like I took over more than I could handle.
Like more than you could spend?
This caught me off guard, as it wasn't something I expected.
Yuta, marry me right now.
What did you say? She leans in and continues with a total different tone.
You're a CEO, and I need money. So marry me.
What are you talking about, Chisato? You need money? I was too shocked by what she had to say. Okay, you can drop it now, Chisato. It's getting really weird here. I pretended to laugh, but she wasn't laughing and was still staring at me unfazed.
I'm not joking, and I'll say it again. I need you to marry me and give me a decent amount of money.
Okay, then tell me why. There must be a good reason, right? If you at least tell me, then I might be able to...
I'm sorry, I can't.
You gotta be kidding me! I was furious. How can she be so entitled?
I just can't tell you. All I can do is be yours, please.
She then bows. However, that's hardly enough to convince me. I need to think about it. This is just...
There isn't much time. You may not believe it, but it's for your own good too.
Sounds like something you'd say to commit a marriage fraud. Her being in such a hurry doesn't make it look any better either. Sato, whatever's going on, I advise you not to do anything shady.
I'm sorry, but I need money now.
If she was really trying to deceive me, she would have come up with something elaborate instead of just asking for money straight up. Or maybe she thinks I'm too dumb to doubt her. To think this is the Chisato I knew. I thought about those days back then, which saddened me even more. Let go of me. I'm done here. Just when I try to stand up and leave.
Please, you need to trust me.
She pulls on my hand to keep me from walking away. She's shaking. Why? I don't understand. In fact, I haven't understood a thing ever since I got here. I sat down as if I was giving in. I wasn't leaving anymore. Alright, I'll trust you. At least for now.
Thank you.
Can't think of a way to spend all that money left to me anyway. I can afford to lose a little. I have one condition though. We register our marriage certificate right away. If she's trying to calm me, this is where she'll back down. However...
Really? No problem. I was thinking the same thing actually. I only agreed to having this omiai because I'm okay marrying you. Thank you. Everything's going to be fine now.
Unexpectedly, she genuinely looked happy. I'm seriously confused. This whole act. Or is she being 100% honest?
We'll process your registration.
A few days later, we were at the city hall to turn in our marriage certificate.
Now I'm married to my student. Let's make the best of it together, Yuta.
Oh, yeah, sure. It definitely doesn't feel like we're married.
It feels funny holding your arm like this.
Then stop holding my arm.
No can do. We are married despite everything.
You mean despite the fact that it had only been a few days between our reunion and marriage? At this point, it wasn't really for me to call it quits, since this was exactly the condition I brought up to her.
Hey, maybe I shouldn't be asking this, but didn't you have anyone you liked?
Nah, I went to a boys' school. After I graduated college, which didn't have a lot of girls either, I dedicated myself to work. Just when I thought I could slow down with work, I had to take over my dad's business as a CEO. And you know about my family situation. It was never easy for me to imagine a future with someone.
I see.
What an elaborate excuse for not being able to get a girl.
It's not an excuse.
Oh no! Did I catch myself a loser who can't even own up to his own unpopularity?
Are you calling me a loser? She doesn't seem to remember who wanted this marriage in the first place. Look who's talking. All you care about in this marriage is money.
You're right.
Folding my arms, I gave her a stare.
Sorry. Jokes aside, I had no choice but to...
Chisato's laugh sounded somewhat sad.
Hey, I know you don't trust me, and I don't blame you. I may not tell you why I'm doing this.
What is that supposed to mean?
When the time comes, I promise I'll tell you everything.
I don't get it. What does she mean when the time comes? She kept walking, never looking back as if she was hiding her expression. A few days have passed since our marriage became official. Everything happened so fast we haven't really done anything a normal married couple would do. I also realized something when I was eating food she made for me at my house. I haven't been properly introduced to your parents! Whoa, to think I married her without seeing her parents, even though we were so busy.
Calm down, Yuta. This seems like a good time for a lecture on social studies. Remember the marriage certificate we signed? There are different sections both of us need to fill in. Anyone can be written on the witness section, even a random pervert wearing your undies on their head.
How desperate can you be to ask that person to be your witness?
However, as for parental information, it has to be legitimate, about your real parents on the record. You wrote about your parents as I did mine.
What she's implying is that her parents disappeared or are no longer alive. I mean, the way she put it, they're probably already deceased. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No worries. There was no way for you to know.
Actually, I don't know anything at all about her family. I never have.
Your bowl is empty. Let your beloved wife get you another one.
Okay, beloved, huh? Although she understands that the only thing that's holding our marriage together is a piece of paper.
I don't remember my real mom, but I did have someone who took care of me. She was very sweet, and she always put her children first. Huh? Why am I crying?
Chisato, I can't understand what she's going through, since she's never told me anything so far, until now. The person that was her mother figure is probably gone.
Your love came to see you!
This marriage has been going on for about a month. We don't live together like an ordinary couple, but she visits me every day. I've already given her the money she asked for, but here she is, still not running. Isn't this too much for you to literally commute here every day?
Well, at least until we settle down.
When I ask her if she'll live with me, she becomes evasive, saying it's not the right time. No, this stew is really good.
I knew you'd say that. This is a recipe the same woman who took care of me taught me. You did notice the difference.
When it's this good, yeah. What are you smiling about?
I'm just glad.
Moments like this contributed to improving our relationship day by day. We've come a long way from when we met at the omiai. And then...
Yuta, would you come with me on your next day off?
Come where?
I'm finally ready.
Said Chisato. On my next off, I was brought to a hospital. A hospital? What for?
The woman I told you about, who was like a mother to me, she's in this hospital.
So she's still alive.
The thing is, she's not to marry my dad. They're more like partners. I still call her mom, though. About a year ago, she was hurt in a hit and run while crossing on a green light. She severely injured her head, which sent her into a coma. She survived the accident, but hasn't been awake ever since. The perpetrator hasn't been caught, and all I could do was mourn. It costs a lot being in a hospital, you know? Around 8,000 yen a day, I think. But that's just for the stay. There's other fees, too. I cut down on a lot of stuff. Sold anything I could sell, but it's never been enough.
So that's why you were in need of money.
Yes. It's gotten to the point where I couldn't afford to do this on my own.
I still don't get why you never told me this. That's when our conversation stopped, as Chisato entered one room. There was a middle-aged woman who smiled at Chisato, and then me.
You've grown up, Yuta. I don't think you remember me.
What?
How was I supposed to tell him? How was I supposed to tell him his mom was dying?
My mom? Utterly shocked, I look at Chisato. She was facing down, crying.
I wanted to tell you, Yuta. But it was a promise with her not to do that. I knew I owed you an explanation, but just how am I going to tell you? Your long-lost mother had been in an accident? I couldn't even imagine how you'd feel to see her in a coma. My actions may not be justified, but I decided to take the heat. At least until she regains consciousness.
Gee, Sato, I'm sorry. Looks like I made you go through a lot.
Chisato begins to sob. As for me, I had no idea how to react. This person is my mother.
I need to apologize to you too, Yuta. I never was going to show myself to you. Whatever happened doesn't change the fact that I left you. I can't claim to be your mother now. But this little girl decided to go check up on you for me. After contacting your father in Takaoka, she became your home tutor. I was overjoyed to hear how you had grown up well, and that was enough for me.
My mother seemed to be reminiscing. I get it now. It wasn't just a coincidence that Chisato was my home tutor. Then why the hell did you leave your baby son if you're really my mother? Dad never remarried because he never forgot about you. I always wondered why I didn't have a mom like others did. You were gone for over 20 years and now you're here and... How do you expect me to feel? All this shit is messed up. Chisato back in my life again, the omiyai, the marriage. And now I met with my mom who I thought I lost long time ago. What the hell do you want me to do?
Yuta, I'm really sorry. All because I wasn't strong enough.
That's not true. It's not your fault.
Chisato shouts as if trying to comfort her. Apparently, it was my grandparents who casted her out due to some petty political conflict between families. She was thrown out right after she gave birth to me, and it was Takagi family that took her in. I had no clue. Overwhelmed by everything, I couldn't but just stand there. It felt like the floor beneath me had collapsed. I always thought you abandoned me.
But that's what I ended up doing. I couldn't do anything for you as a mother. Yuta, you're now an independent adult. You won't be needing me anymore. But for the last time, will you indulge me and let me touch your face?
I moved closer to let her pat my head with her hand that is all skinny.
I can't believe you're so big now.
You must have been through rough times.
I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, Yuta.
Oh my. It's like a dream come true.
Huge tears were dropping from my eyes. I don't remember my mom's face, but something told me this was her.
Mom told me she started dating your dad in high school.
On the way home from the hospital, Chisato started telling me stories she heard from my mom.
Also, My dad and Takaoka and your dad were all friends. They were all so kind. My dad helped your mom but never remarried her.
My dad stayed single because
He still loved her, I think. They both kept wishing for the day they could be together again.
next day I told Mr. Takaoka that I met my mother.
Is that so? Not exactly the way we wanted things to be, but glad to hear that,
said Mr. Takaoka with a serious tone of voice.
So, out of 4 of us, me and her are the only ones left.
It's not the same without you two.
Those were the good days.
Your parents were deeply in love with each other. None of us had any idea how things would turn out to be in the future. She could never be with him again, but at least she has you. Finally. I ask you not to blame her. We thought it was best not to complicate the matter, so we had to patiently wait until your grandparents would eventually forgive her. Such a tragedy to think my dad passed away a little before my grandparents did. With mixed feelings, I got home, where Chisato was waiting for me.
I know I've done terrible things to you, and I have to apologize.
Well, you were the primary reason for the recent development of my trust issues. How can you be asking for money at Anomiya?
I'm sorry. I was in a tight spot.
Just kidding. Let's establish a no secret rule from here on out. After all, we are married.
Huh?
We definitely got off on the wrong foot in our marriage, not to mention how bad our reunion was. But I'm relieved to know you're still the same Chisato sensei from back then. We already turned in the certificate too, and although it's technically the other way around, why don't we start by getting to know each other more, Chisato, so that we can be a real family one day? Telling her my true feelings, I reach out my hand. After a few weeks, Chisato moved in with me, as well as my mom who checked out of hospital in one piece. By some weird coincidence, the perpetrator who hit my mom was arrested around the same time. Turned out to be an executive officer or something. Of course, we'll try to make sure he's given a harsh sentence for his crime.
So, this is where you and your dad lived. Oh, Mom!
I'd say it's impossible to describe the emotions she's feeling now. Another thing that makes this day special is that I'm trying my mom's cooking for the first time in my life. Wait, I know this taste.
Of course you do. Everything I made for was taught by her.
I see. I was eating my mom's cooking through hers.
Still, mine doesn't taste as good as yours, Mom. I want you to teach me more.
I'm sure we are going to have many family bonding moments like this. 2 years later, we had our wedding. At first, it was a marriage only on paper. But over these 2 years, our connection has become deeper and stronger. It was never a normal start, but we'll make the best of it and be a great couple. We're gonna walk this road